How's everybody doing today? I got a couple videos I want to get caught back up on. That's pretty much it. I've been pretty busy out in my shop and then work and then everything else, so wanted to get a chance to make a couple videos. First things first, one gun I was asked to do a review on, which kind of already did that, but want to give an update on two of them and then technically review a third one, or a fourth gun. So there'll be 4 videos dropping this week, so that'll be awesome. It'll be absolutely awesome. It comes in spurts when I get free time. I've been working out like crazy and I've lost quite a bit of weight, which is absolutely freaking awesome. I'm kind of proud of myself. I went from 320 pounds down to about 260, so I'm pretty freaking happy, you know. But enough talk, I'll just get right into it. Kind of deciding which one I want to do first. I guess I'll do this one. Unloaded the gun, pulled the magazine out, walking to the rear, firearms unloaded. This is my first SIG I've ever owned. First one. Okay. This is a let me see if it'll focus. Made in Germany. That's awesome. That's cool, because if you don't know, Germany, I believe, quit doing exports, exporting them to the United States because there was some issue with Mexico or something like that. I've heard that from the dealer that I had actually bought this from. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's kind of cool. Got this fitted with the TLR1, absolutely freaking awesome. Over the shoulder, got night sights, fiber optic front bead sight, night sights. It's friggin' awesome. I personally have never owned anything quite like this, and I've never had the capability of putting a light on here. I've never really crossed my mind. I have like my Glock and my other Glock pistol that I can put a light attachment to, but I went and I took a night class, and I showed up and I thought, well, I'll just hold a flashlight in this hand and I'll just do this and go around and look. No, you really need a weapon light attached to your gun, so you can have your other hand free. Makes all the difference in the world. And I went out and I done that. I've always wanted one of these because of how freaking reliable they are, and I'm absolutely freaking impressed. This is an older one. This is a really old model. It's a on the box it says 226R, which I don't know if that makes it rare or not. I mean, everything I see is 226 or P226 or P229. I don't see P226R. It must just be a marketing thing, but I could be wrong. I bought this thing used, and I was not going to go out and buy a brand new one for the price of this. Brand new, I think some of these are like in the $1,000 range. I paid $750 for this, and it came with 3 20-round magazines, brand new. Absolutely freaking awesome deal. I couldn't pass that up. Those of you who know, those magazines are $50 a piece, so that in itself, I guess, was a good deal. Unfortunately, with the Illinois ban that is in place, I've got my own opinion on that. I don't agree with it, I don't like it, and I don't follow it. it limits your gun to only, handguns are only 15 rounds and rifles are 10. I don't know where they get all these magical numbers from, but they come up with them. Over the course of a while, I've been shooting this gun a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like every other day after work, I would, or at least once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, if not more. And there's some things that I have found about this that are quite interesting. You know, I'd go through a box of 50 or more a week. You know, I'd go out, local Rural King, go in, buy a box of ammo. It's like 20 bucks. And I'd do that maybe 3 or 4 times a week. And I'd go out the country at the private shooting range, and I would shoot this gun quite a bit. I really would. And I'd go out there and I'd have a lot of fun. But what I noticed about this gun is the simple fact that where my point of aim versus point of impact was, it was high consistently all the time. And I don't know, it might just be me, I'm pretty sure it was, but it was extremely consistent. So what's the basis of accuracy? Consistency. All accuracy is basically consistency, consistently punching the same spot. So I just made an adjustment and aimed lower on the target, and that changed it. The one thing that I do like about this, that I didn't know about this when I bought this, was if you pull this up, okay, and then you turn on my light, flip that down, pull this to the rear, slide that off, gun's now in 2 pieces. I thought that was absolutely freaking awesome compared to using like a Glock where you gotta squeeze the trigger or pull down on the tabs, squeeze the trigger, and then slide it back and then slide it all the way off. Screw that. You know, for the reliability of this thing, and then the fact that the aftermarket parts are available and they're cheap. Well, I mean, they're expensive, but they're cheap considering what, you know, what other guns are, what other gun parts cost. This does not have the short reset trigger in this. I have ordered one from Brownells, so I'm going to do an install video, and I'm going to have a GoPro. So I am super excited about that. And I will do a detailed video of the, I believe it's called the SRT, short reset trigger for this. I am absolutely looking forward to it. I have bought a new recoil spring. Unfortunately, in Illinois, in their new ban, you cannot have threaded barrels. If you have a threaded barrel for a handgun, it is considered to be an assault weapon. Well, I'm gonna get one. I don't care. I'm gonna get one for this because the whole reason I bought it is I thought it looked cool and I thought it was badass, and I've always wanted one. I've always liked how they looked, and now I own one. You know, basically pretty much got the house paid off. I'm just buying up toys, collections, collecting them and whatnot, and turning them into investment pieces, and so far it's pretty much paid off. This gun, once my custom holster gets here, because I cannot find, well, I found one thing on Amazon for it. There was a holster for this with the TLR1. It's absolutely freaking thrilled. And if you got the same setup, it's a P226 with the thing. It helps if you type in Mark 25 for this, even though this is not the Mark 25. It somehow magically generates a holster with a freaking light on it on Amazon. Had no clue till someone told me that. But I'm glad that I'm getting a holster for this. This is going to be my main concealed carry gun. My normal carry gun was a Glock Model 22, and I love that gun, and I still have it. And I've carried it so much that it's insane. I've replaced everything on it, all brand new parts. I've shot that gun so much, it is insane. It's absolutely insane. I wore out the striker channel. I wore that thing out. I don't know if I just had a burr on the firing pin or whatnot, but that got wore out. It got loose inside there. And you know, that thing, it's freaking amazing. I like that gun. I like my Glock 34 that I have too. I haven't done any videos on that one yet, but the reason why I made the switch is two reasons. 9mm is becoming cheaper and more available, and 40 caliber is great. It's amazing. It's losing popularity, some people would say, and I mean, I'm kind of seeing it on the shelves. I'm seeing it at dealers. It's not available as much anymore. 9mm is kind of taken over, which I'm okay with that. It's a good round, good handgun. Carried the thing so much that, you know, when I went through carry classes, I kind of made it a point to myself that, you know, if I had to pick one gun, I'm going to pick this gun for specific reasons. And there's a whole list of reasons why I chose that gun, because it's the most popular duty issued law enforcement handgun in the country, next to the Glock 17 or the Smith and Wesson M&P, which is they're both really good guns. But I chose this one because I have really big hands. And I like the fact on my Glock Model 22, I have no clue why this is different. I like the swell. I like the swell right here. It fills my entire hand. I mean, my pinky's just barely hanging on there, but it's on there. The thing that I really like about it is the fact that it chambers the rip rounds. These things are freaking amazing. These things are absolutely amazing. And 20 of these in one magazine. Chambers it up. I like the fact that I can actually hit the mag release without breaking my grip as bad. Does that make sense? Like when I'm holding it properly in my hand, I don't have to bring my fingers off or slide my hand back. I don't have to do any of that. And that's freaking amazing. That's the reason why I chose this, because it actually fits my hand. These things, I mean, this is a really old design for a handgun. Some people would say it's kind of outdated, but it's a metal frame, it's metal slide. I like that. I really do. The polymer frame, or the plastic stuff, it's cool, but I don't really like it. I own 2 plastic guns, 2 Glocks. I've had some cars in the past, for not cars that you drive. I'm talking about K-A, I believe it's spelled K-A-H-R or something like that. They're good guns, but you know, they warped when they got hot, when I was shooting them quite a bit. Never again will I do that. I turn around and trade those things off. Traded it off, didn't get it no more. Never again. Now, I did have a car K9, which was a steel frame. That thing was freaking amazing, and it was a compact pistol. It was 8 or 9 shots of 9mm, and it was tiny. Like, I mean, it was pocket sized. Like, it wasn't much bigger than the C-Camp. If you don't know what C-Camp is, Google C-Camp 380. And it is, I believe, made by North American Arms. Absolutely amazing pistol. I've shot multiple of those, and they are fun to shoot, but they suck when they give you slide bite. I believe it's on this end. You can see that right there, slide bite. But the one thing I will change about this gun is I will get a new recoil spring. I will get a different front sight. I don't like the light gathering. I don't like that. Partially to do with the fact is you have to, the sunlight has to come in from the top in order for it to work. So like you have it facing away, like when I cover over the top, it's not as bright. You see the difference? I don't know if the phone's picking it up, but I can see it. There are a couple other things, you know. I think these sights on here, I need to get new ones because they're not that bright anymore. Whoever had this gun was more than likely a police officer or somebody who carried it in a duty capacity or some sort of capacity where they needed it for self-defense. Because these night sights are not standard. They are aftermarket and they are kind of expensive. I believe these were the Scorpion or something like that is what they were called. The guy called them. But another thing that I had thought about doing is getting a threaded barrel for this that sticks out a little bit, so in theory I can get a little bit more pressure behind the 9mm, but I don't think that's going to make that much of a difference now that I started, you know, kind of thinking about it. I do like the fact that it has a metal guide rod. My Beretta that I have does not have a metal guide rod, and that bugged me for a long time because that was my carry gun, and I love that gun, and I'm very good with that damn gun. There's a video of me doing the El Presidente drill, and that was my first time ever doing that drill, by the way. No practice. That was my first time. First run, I cleaned it, which was awesome, which is kind of cool. So I'm pretty happy about that. And no, it was not sped up. It was not like fast forwarded at all. It was just bop, 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 reload. Reload was shit because I had my magazine in my pocket and it was flipped around from where I had it and it was laying like this. So when I brought it out, I had to flip the mag, then put it in, and do the overhand, and then come in. Yeah, it didn't work. The one thing that I will say about this is with the TLR1, if you're going to put a light on here, I just tighten this down with my fingers. I didn't stick a coin or anything in here. This continuously comes loose, like when I go shooting. And those of you guys who run the TLR1 or some type of setup similar to this, do you guys run Loctite on here, on this light? Do you guys run Loctite? Because I don't want to stick a coin in here in this slot because it really honestly looks like you could stick a quarter or something in there, or the back end of a key, like the head of a key, and stick that in there and turn it, and it would torque it down pretty good. Oh, sorry, I'm tired. I've been up since 3 a.m. Oh. One cool thing I do like about this is 20 rounds of ammo looks like this. That's awesome. That is absolutely freaking awesome, considering my Glock 17, I've got a 31 or 33 round magazine, I can't remember, it's in the 30s for it, and you slap that, you push that in there, and man, that thing sticks out quite a bit. I like this option for it to run 20 and just have this nub, you know, and this right here actually gives a good positive benefit too, because when you come up and you come in and you press out, you've got something to, when you're coming in, to bump the palm of your hand on as you're pressing in. And that's awesome. That's absolutely freaking awesome. Let's see what else. I do like the fact that you can get aftermarket grips. These are kind of, they're not as rough as I would like for them to be. They're pretty smooth now. I mean, it looks rough on camera, but they're not as rough. They're not as grippy anymore. So a lot of times when I go to shoot this, it slips, like the back of my hand when it rides right here, it actually slips against the back end of it. So I don't know if I could just buy a new set of grips or take a stipple and stipple the crap out of this seam right here, because that right there is what it slips on. That smooth plastic part right there. Right here it's got texture to it. It's got texture here, but right there where it slips. And then up here in the webbing, up here is metal, but right here's the plastic. But here's my review on my SIG P226. I absolutely freaking love this handgun. And guys, got a lot of subscribers, a lot of videos. I don't normally do shout outs, but in the last video that I watched, the guy was saying that you can share his video, share his content, spread it everywhere. So what I'm going to do is a shout out, and well, it's not necessarily a shout out if they still do those things. Just bottom line, just go check out Vigilance Elite. If you like guns, chances are you're going to like Vigilance Elite. It's not called the Vigilance Elite, it's called the Sean Ryan Show, which is owned by the same guy, which is, dude's absolutely awesome. I've never met him before, but I've watched his videos quite a bit, and go check him out. I'm going to see about editing this and trying to post a link to his YouTube channel. I don't know how that's going to work. I've never done anything like that before, but I'll figure it out, and I'll figure out how to make it work. I don't think I'm going to be violating any community standards or violating any kind of rights or anything like that by sharing content. I think dude's a really good dude. Never met him, but he seems like a pretty solid guy. So if you want, go check out Sean Ryan Show. I'm gonna get off here. I have 4 more videos to make, so probably gonna be up till midnight or so and making videos. So everybody have an awesome time. Oh, and on the 4th of July, I am going to be uploading a video of me shooting off fireworks. I've got 6-inch mortars, and yeah, it's gonna wake up some neighbors, so I'm gonna be pretty happy. So take care, y'all. Bye.